What's up? Today we'll be looking at Combiner Wars Breakneck and Combiner Wars Dead End. Both feature a Ferrari-inspired design with sleek body shapes and these awesome Decepticon logos. And the reason I'm doing both of these together is because they're obviously the same mold. Alright, I've got them right out of the package. I've gone ahead and installed the weapon that it comes with, which is pretty much a little smokestack that you can actually use on the sides of these as like little exhaust ports for side, exit exhausts like Vipers and stuff like that, and old Cobras. You can, if you have both, you can use both of them like this. If I didn't say it already, this is probably some of my favorite Combiner Wars so far, solely based on the alternate mode alone. This is like one of the few that I really would like to just keep in alternate mode. But we won't be doing that today. We're going to actually also take a look at the robot mode. We're going to start off with Dead End here, which is my favorite of the two, at least in alternate mode. I'm usually not partial to maroon colored cars, but this definitely looks good in that color. And you'll see it's got a nice little kind of goldish orange stripe going down the top. And again, the beautiful Tampo printed Decepticon logo there. The only thing that's a little off-putting, and not so much, is this little gray area here, which is a gray plastic that's meant to look like the gunmetal color here. And from what I've heard, this plastic here is unpaintable. So I guess it's some special break-resistant plastic. If we take a look back here, you'll see a little bit more of that gray plastic. Unfortunately, no paint details on the taillights, but the depth of the sculpt kind of gives it a little bit of detail there. So overall, not too bad, but it would be nice to see something there. But I love the fact that they actually painted the rims. Now these are those little cheap kind of pressed in kind of wheels. They're not pinned in, they're just kind of snapped in. But the upside to that is that they can actually detail the center right here, which would normally be like a metal pin, but at least now they can put little lug nuts. If we take a look at the windows here, they're painted like a nice gloss black. The headlights are painted silver here to give it some nice detail. And the bumper here in the front, they've actually painted a nice gunmetal color. We see all these little bits here, which actually aren't so bad. I love the fact that this right here covers the face underneath, which would normally be annoying to see, and the way these bottom parts wrap around, it kind of hides the robot bits pretty well. Right, so we're going to move on to Breakneck here. So you can see he's a little more plain than Dead End over here. He's mostly gray. He has some of that same two-tone color, except it extends to the rest of the car here, as opposed to just having it in this little pushed-in area here. Again, same kind of plastic here, the little color mismatch. Now I was thinking if you swap these out, they would actually match with each other, but this is the way they are here. Again, no details back here, but it doesn't, it's just, actually I know what it is. They painted the back window here, which makes this look a lot more plain. At least on this, the taillights are molded in red, so you can kind of imagine them already being red. But when it's all gray like this, it looks a little strange. They don't have the red plastic back here to match the side. They do have a black plastic. Again, same thing with this one. The painted rims, these are a little bit darker. I don't know if it just looks that way. They're a tad darker than Dead End's. You do get the painted windows, but they're metallic maroon, which closely matches the color of Dead End. You get a gunmetal painted hood here, which is a very subtle contrast to the gray plastic, and of course a beautiful Decepticon logo. Although they don't paint the front here, they do give you these little red bits here just to give it a little bit more flair. And if we look at the bottom, same thing is going on, except forgot to do this to cover that up, but you'll see pretty much the same. If you take a look at the top here, you do see peg holes. You can put these on there, although they look a little bit strange. You can put them facing either way. And the next thing we're going to check out is robot mode. Got him here in robot mode now. I didn't mention it before, but you guys probably already knew that. But this right here, even though he's called Breakneck, is actually Wild Rider. It even says so in the bio. Not directly saying it's Wild Rider, but they're saying he is a Wild Rider, which is pretty much the same thing. So in robot mode, I've got them both here with the weapons. I have one this way, so it's sort of like a gun that shoots up. I don't know what's up with that. Or like this, which is like basically a club, so you can beat the crap out of other robots. Now in robot form, it's kind of, I don't know. I think now this guy looks a little bit better. It's probably just his paint scheme. he looks alright, but somehow just the reds and the way it plays against the gunmetal gray, and then the purple here. I'm always down for Decepticon purple. It just makes him look a little better to me. But this guy's not too bad. These are, in my opinion, a couple of the best deluxes to come out for a while, especially in the Combiner Wars line. And I love the head sculpt here on this guy. It's very nice. It's very old school looking. It's got those sunken in cheeks like you would see in the show. The little flat nose and the mouth. Very cool head sculpt. This guy's, looks alright. Looks a little bit apish, like Planet of the Apes with, visor on. Still cool though. And I just realized looking at the camera what this looks like right here. So next we're going to take a look at articulation. Let's use this guy. We have the head here, which looks around. It's a little ball joint here, but not much you can do with it. You have the shoulders on a ball joint. They actually go up and down due to transformation. You get the bicep swivel. You get the actual elbow, which kind of has this whole area missing, but whatever. And then the hand, which doesn't spin or anything, it just folds in for transformation. You do have a nice little waist swivel, which swivels around, also to facilitate transformation. The hips do go out. You get the upper hip swivel here with the empty kind of holes here in the plastic. We have the knee here. The feet, which are sort of molded onto here, don't move at all. They're just kind of just molded into there. And somehow it works. You would think that'd be something I really would complain about. I mean, from the side it does look a little silly, but somehow it works. I don't know what it is. Maybe I just like this figure a lot. But now they have two more modes. They can each turn into either the arms or legs for the combiner. But I won't be doing that in this review. I'll do that later on when I get a few more Combiner Wars figures to actually build a combiner. Now, I'm not much of a comic reader. I never really was. But it does come with a comic here for each figure. This is the one for Breakneck here, and then there's also this one here for Dead End. And we'll just take a quick peek at the contents. Nice full color glossy comic. And that's pretty much all I can say about these guys. They're simple figures. You'll probably be able to find them in stores, except for this guy, which was an online exclusive only. He practically broke the internet. As soon as pre-orders went up for this guy in Quickslinger, a lot of sites froze. But I was able to get my order through with BBTS, and if you want to get any of these guys, you can click the link in the description below. If you're enjoying the videos, guys, please subscribe, share, like, leave comments below. Until next time, bye-bye.